in the history of this game, Tony Hawk Pro Skater, one of the best things about this game is the secret skaters. Like, who can you unlock? Who will be revealed? There have been all sorts of rumors for the last few months about who that can be, and I can tell you with a surety that one of those secret skaters is a man by the name of Andy Anderson. Yes, Mr. Anderson, the human time machine, the modern day Rodney Mullen. He is in Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and 4, the Canadian icon. Let's take a look at what he looks like in this gameplay and get some perspective from him. And then we're going to sit with Andy Anderson right here.
My name's Andy Anderson. I'm from White Rock, British Columbia, and I've been skating for 24 years. Playing Tony Hawk Pro Skater definitely took up a lot of my time as a kid. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4 was actually the first game I was playing on my Game Boy. Just catching secret tapes is my favorite. I was really inspired by all the combos in Tony Hawk Pro Skater, how you could link things together. I love that you can just revert down a quarter pipe into manual, and that counts as a combo. I don't know if that's really a combo in reality, but if Tony Hawk says it counts, it counts.
I promised you Andy Anderson, and just like that, boom, I conjured him up.
We're here.
Brother Andy.
Dude, we're finally talking.
We've been trying to get together for months, man.
I love it. The universe can't keep us apart.
Exactly, and I love that we get to meet at such an iconic event, an iconic time. We were just listening to you talk about this game and what it was like for you playing it as a kid on your Game Boy. So take us back to being a young kid in British Columbia playing this game, and what kind of influence it might have in who you've become as a skater.
Dude, honestly, the navy blue Game Boy Advance SP, that was my console. And the combos, man, the combos in this video game, the combos are what inspired me so much. I remember my dad coming to me one day after watching a skate video together, and he said, Andy, look at all these guys. He's watching them do like a 20-stair handrail. He's like, they only did one trick that whole time. I see you in your video game, you're doing like 5, 6 tricks. Like, you got to get up to that level. And that's what I focused on, combos on ledges and grinds.
So it really did have an influence in how you built a relationship with your skateboard.
Absolutely. And you could, like, if you look closely, it'll show you how to do tricks. The motion capture, all that stuff.
So to have that experience as a kid on your blue Game Boy, now you build this skateboarding career where now you become an ambassador of skateboarding to the world. What was it like when you got the call now, like, hey, we want you, Activision, Tony Hawk being like, Andy, you're in Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
Oh, man.
What is that, dude?
Dude, I gotta say, a lot of it, I feel like I was trying to get in. People were pushing for me to get in. But I feel like it was the video part, Crazy Wisdom, that did that last push. And I dedicated so much of myself to that video part. It really felt like there's no higher payment I could have got as, like, now you're in. And I couldn't feel more like a creative skater character.
So cool. Did you get the call from Activision first or from Tony?
Dude, I don't even remember, bro. It's all a blur. It was 2 months ago, but it was all a blur, dude.
Just a super blur. Like, what? I'm in.
I'm in, dude. I'm in.
When you think about I said at the beginning of the show tonight, like, this is a game that is not only one of the greatest video games of all time, but this is the game that introduced millions of people. Like, this was their entrance into skateboarding culture, and kids started skating from this game.
Absolutely. The trick names, for people to even understand the difference between a kick flip and a heel flip.
Right.
Like, this ingrains that there's a difference, and there's a difference in difficulty level. And I remember the old games, the hard flip was all done weird. Like, I love it, dude. Just the generations of skating that happened through the evolution of the game. And then Project 8,
yeah,
when you could slow down time and like, touch your foot different spots, like, that helped me understand skateboarding at a whole other level.
That is truly incredible. I'm so stoked for you. I don't think there's for what you've you're like a human time capsule. Like you embody like the great parts of the past of skateboarding, but you're also doing it in this very modern way where like it's accessible. You're like, you know, Rodney Mullen can make any kid be like, I want to skateboard. And I feel like you're in that era where like kids watch the way you do these tricks that are from the past, but also with the now and the future, and you're helping to unlock those keys for kids all around the world.
Yeah, you said two things. Time capsule. Damn, is this game ever a time capsule?
Yes, it is.
Right? Like, this is unreal of a time capsule for this point in my life, what I wore every day for the years that I... And then, I forget the second thing you said that got me started.
How about the music? Like, when you think back to the soundtrack.
Dude, that soundtrack just lives on in my brain forever, introducing me to really sick stuff. Like, people were asking me about it outside and I was drawing a blank, but like Beach Blanket Bong Out by JFA, like Nas Illmatic, like all the tracks from that, like just insane, like showing me what music is. And music and skateboarding are so interlinked.
Yeah, they music, skateboarding, the art, all of which is featured and really delivers the culture in this game. What was it like for you when you get the call and then like they got to motion capture you and stuff? What was that like?
That's just so cool. I just can't believe it. The big sphere with all the cameras and lights, and you're just like, okay. It's unreal. I do remember the second thing you said, unlocking keys.
Yes.
And I really feel like it works like that in video games, but it works like that in reality. And like landing these certain tricks for my video part helped me unlock the key to get into the game, you know?
Like I remember when you got to the point where you could go into pro mode in this game and you had to unlock the tapes.
Yeah, dude.
And I was like, yeah. Like I really would play and feel like there was like my innie, my Tony Hawk Pro Skater innie was like I was a pro skater.
Yeah, no, absolutely, dude. And the secret tapes, dude.
Yes.
Because you're playing the game and you get it, but then the secret tapes are like a fever dream to reality. That you're like, wow, this stuff is real? I can't believe it.
In sports, you have like many different like icons, like you know the Michael Jordans of the world, who still like they hold this presence. But there's something about the Birdman
something about him, dude.
That's different. Here's this dude, Tony Hawk, who's been doing it for four decades, physically skating in 5 different decades. That is still as iconic and influential. And now the generation of kids are just as much in anticipation of this Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and 4 because they still love the Birdman as if he was that kid in the 80s. Why?
I think something that Tony does really well is represent himself super positively, clean cut, and he loves skateboarding. It seeps out of every orifice in his body. His love for skateboarding is so strong. And I think that that's done a really good job of, like, for him of being a man, being a skateboarder in this world. I feel like he's really set the precedent for what that means.
What's it going to be like for your friends back in BC when this game comes out on July 11th?
July 11th, bro.
And they're unlocking the homie. Like,
dude, unlock the homie, dog. It's unbelievable, bro. I cannot imagine. It's just, and we get the, like, I don't even know what to say, dude. I can't imagine what it's going to be like for them. I know if I had a homie in a video game, I would be like, getting him tomorrow, dude.
It's pretty awesome. I just saw Bob Bergquist right before we came on here. I look over, I did a double take, and he's like, hey, and I'm like, whoa, like, that's one of the gods. And like his presence in this game was such a big deal. And yeah, the way this game like preserves the icons of the sport and teaches the world about who these at. Like it's not randos. Either you're now in the Hall of Fame of the greats.
Oh man. In the time capsule, yo. In the time capsule. Bob is unspeakable. His talent. He makes the video game stuff look realistic.
Yeah. As do you. Give yourself some credit.
Oh, dude. We be doing different things.
Well, I'm excited for you. Congratulations. It's nice to get some hang. Anything you're looking forward to tonight?
I'm really looking forward to talking to you again later.
All right. Let's make that happen in real life after the show.
Sounds good.
All right. How about if we check in with that Nora girl, Miss Vasconcelos?
Oh, yeah, what's she up to?
Nora, what are you doing?